So as I said, I ran out of crackers the other day, and so what I do is I make Italian spice crackers, and I make rosemary crackers and things like that for my soups. And I mean, I am a senior, and I am low income, and so as you get toward the end of the month, money gets a little tight. Money gets a little tight. The groceries get a little low, and so what I'm doing today. Is I'm going to make myself supper, but it's going to be a vegetable based supper. I don't have the meat, I have no eggs, things like that. So it's going to be kind of like a sparse meal. But you know what? It serves me fine. It serves me great. It's got lots of magnesium in it, lots of vitamins in it, nutrients that I need. So I'm going to show you what I'm making. Now, a lot of the times if you go for Chinese food, you know, they have the vegetable plates, right? The vegetable plates. So I love beans. So I bought some of the no-name brand beans and I took a bunch of them, maybe a quart of them. Then I had some cauliflower I have left over. So I'm going to use that up. I'm going to utilize spices. I don't have any onions or anything like that, but I do have spices. And so, you know, I put a little bit of butter in there because, I mean, that's basically the only fat I've got. And so I'm going to put some of my red pepper flakes in there. I don't know. I have lots of spices. I do keep a lot of spices. So this one is Spanish paella. It's a spice blend. I could put that. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put pepper because I like my pepper. And pepper is great for your metabolism. So I'm going to put in some pepper and I'm going to put in my chili flakes. And that's basically it. So I've got my beans in my frying pan. And I'm going to open up these little bit of cauliflower that I have left, and I'm just going to throw it in. I do have I've got a little bit of freezer burnout. Yeah, see, that's what I worry about is freezer burn on it. So these ones I'm going to have to forego on. So we're going to open this up, and I'm going to just pile it in. I put a little bit in. And you know what I don't eat, I'll just put in the fridge for another day. So I have to pick that up. So I have to get an elastic. I saved my elastic, so I'll show you what I'm doing. I'd save everything, yeah. So I've got this on medium. I'm going to put it on 5. Let's tie this back up and put it back in the fridge. So I did go for my walk today. I went for my 8-kilometer walk today and did it quite fast actually. So I'm very pleased with myself. I did drink tons of water today, so that's a good thing also. So let's put some chili flakes in there. I don't even know how much I put in. Don't even know how much I put in. Anyway, you got to be careful that you're not eating food that's got freezer burn on it. So just be careful with that, you know. Now I did make crackers, right? So I made like I don't know how many. There's got to be like 12 dozen crackers in here. And they are amazing. Like, and I make them all different sizes, right? They're all different sizes. So, but they're very thin and they're very crispy and I absolutely love them. I also made a garlic hummus with a can of chickpeas, lemon juice, salt, chickpeas, lemon juice, salt, and water. That's basically it. Oh yeah, and olive oil. So it's a very simple recipe. So if you have a pen, I'll tell it to you. So if you're making hummus and you want to make garlic hummus, okay? 2 garlic cloves chopped up. Get a food processor or a blender, okay? Whatever you've got. I mean, I used my blender and it worked just fine. So first you put in a can of chickpeas. And normally what I do is I put 1 can of chickpeas. And so this has got 540 milliliters in it, 540. So 1 can. And then what you do is you open it up, rinse your chickpeas off with cold water, and then put it in the blender. Then you put in 3 tablespoons of olive oil. You put in a half a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 4 tablespoons of water, and whatever spices you want. So what I did is I put in the garlic cloves, 2 garlic cloves. I magnified that. I put 4 garlic cloves in because I like things very, very spicy. So I put 4 garlic cloves in, and then I put in some garlic powder. And then you just puree it in your food processor, and yeah, can't beat it. You can't beat it. But this is a simple meal. Now, normally I would use olive oil, but today I'm going to cheat. Today I'm going to cheat. And today I'm going to put butter, real butter. Yeah. And you know how real butter gets hard, right? So that's what I'm going to do. But I also have to take my collagen. I haven't taken my collagen yet, so I got to take my collagen. Okay, so put a couple of things of butter in there. I've got chili flakes in there. I didn't put any salt. I don't need to put any salt, but I'm going to put some pepper in. This is going to be good. And it's got, I mean, look at it. It looks, you can't beat it. It looks good, right? I don't have any protein, so I have no meat. And this is all the vegetables I have. But you know what? I'm going to put this on. You get more of the nutrients from frozen vegetables, because when I buy vegetables from the store, because it's only me, they rot. They go bad before I have a chance to cook them or to use them, right? So I like to buy the frozen vegetables, because then I know that I'm getting, because they're frozen, like, you know, they're basically frozen right at the beginning. So I'm getting the nutrients even though they're frozen. So I do like to buy frozen vegetables. It just saves me a big headache, right? But I also buy raw vegetables. But I have to make up a list for my grocery shopping when my funds become available. So I have to make a grocery list, because I'm very, very strict on my grocery list. And normally what I do is I get the 3 rolls of hamburger, and then I get the 4 rolls of chicken, and I get a package of the salmon fillets. So normally what I do is I change out the salmon fillets, and I substitute it with something else, like I don't know, like what's a substitute for that? I'm trying to think, whatever I find, like garlic bread, like something, right? It doesn't have to be gluten-free. It really doesn't have to be when you're on an income, I mean, basic income, right? So if it's something that I see that's on sale that I think, okay, well, when times are tough, I could use that, I might purchase it, right? So it all depends. It all depends. But I do make sure that I have replenished my dry goods, right? So like my spices, I use a lot of spices, my rice flour, and now I'm going to try almond flour. I'm going to go get some almond flour, and I'm going to try that. So there's different types of foods that I'm trying, and I'm also kind of like in cahoots with the East Indian store over here. It's a little grocery store, and I'm kind of in cahoots with them, because every time she mentions something that they got in, I'm perfectly willing to attempt it, or to try it, or to learn how to cook with it. So I did purchase some jaggery. Jaggery is just like sugar. It's got sugar in it. It's I'm trying to find where I put it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so jaggery and brown sugar are basically the same. Okay, so my brown sugar is, I didn't buy any more of it. I don't need any more because I did buy the Jaggery. And Jaggery has less sugar in it than the brown sugar. So, and it's just as sweet, right? But it's just got less of the glucose in it. And so that's healthy for me. So I'm focusing at the things that I can do to change my diet. Garlic, I buy ginger. I used to buy ginger from the store that I'm across from. Then I found out that they were selling the ginger was very green, and I don't like the taste. It's too hot. So I did change, and I'm buying my ginger from the East Indian store. I also buy ashwagandha there. I buy turmeric there, ginger there, garlic powder. So I make sure that I'm up on all those things, because in a crunch, I'm going to be turning to my spices in order to get the medicine that I need for my body. Okay, because if the supplements to get to such a point where I can't afford them, then I can use my herbs, and that's a whole different ballgame. That's a whole different ballgame, and that you're going to have to research on your own. But so those are some of the things that I purchase, and I make sure that I have a whole bunch of steel cut oats. I have that in storage, so I have it in mason jars. I have dry ingredients. Like when you're in that crunch and when you've got to choose between starving to death or eating, you eat what you got. So I do, even though I don't eat a lot of rice and a lot of noodles, I do stock those things for those times when indeed maybe there's more than one, maybe there's more than me, and maybe there are people who are hungry, and those are the type of things that I would be able to cook that will feed the masses, right? So I'm very kind of vigilant at that. I also need to get more supplements, because my supplements have pretty well gone down. I'm thinking on getting more what do you call it, Jello. I'd like to get some Jello because it has, I can't think of the word, but it's good for your nails, right? So it's not biotin, but it has something in it, gelatin or whatever, but it's good for your nails. And bone broth is good for your nails. So those are the type of things that I'm going to stock up on for my next grocery order. So when I do that grocery order, I'm going to post a video for anybody who's basically going through the same situation I am. Maybe you'll be interested. Maybe there'll be stuff that you'll feel like purchasing in your order. So there's a lot of times we can learn from other people what they're doing with their diets, right? It's good. It's really good. Actually, I might put a little bit of salt in there, but I'm making sure I have some butter. I've got some butter. Okay, so let's see, where's my salt? I'm going to put a little sprinkle of salt in there. Ionized salt, yeah. So I have the pink Himalayan salt, but whatever, So I got my big thing of crackers, and I also have a massive thing of hummus, and I'll show that to you. So this is my garlic hummus, and this is homemade, and this is so, so, so good. And a small jar of this is $7. So look at, right? And this cost me what? $1.50 to make. Basically, all it cost me was the can of chickpeas. And I don't even think the chickpeas, I think I got the chickpeas on sale, but I did get some chickpeas from my local church, and they give a food basket sometimes. And so every once in a while, when I feel the need, I will go and I will get a little package from them. And so I did get some chickpeas. And so if I keep enough chickpeas, that's protein for me, right? That's protein for me. So if I keep my stock of chickpeas up, I'll never be without protein. So that's a good thing. So that is parfait de moi. This is going to be so, so good. And I do have to take my collagen. But I'm going to I'm going to take my collagen in warm water. So I'm going to get on that, and then I'll show you when I have this plated up. This will be my supper for tonight. Now, if I wanted to go all out, I have rice, right? So I could take a half a cup of rice, put it in some water, boil it. I do have a rice cooker. I could steam the rice, and I could put my rice with this, because I have cauliflower, I have broccoli. Can you see that? I have broccoli and I have beans, right? All I have to do is put a scoop of this on top of some rice, a bed of rice, and there's my supper for the night. But I don't feel like doing that. I just don't feel like cooking rice tonight. I'm kind of lazy. I'm going to edit this video, and I'm going to put this video up to try to stick with that one video a day. And indeed, I'm going to chow down. I'm going to enjoy this. So I shall see you on the next video. Good Lord be willing. Namaste. Bye. I changed my mind, and I did put some rice on. So I'm going to have my cauliflower, my broccoli, my beans, and my red peppers, chili peppers. I'm going to have them on top of a bed of rice, and that's going to be my supper for tonight. And I am looking forward to it. So I shall see you on the next video. The good Lord be willing. Namaste.